Good morning and welcome to Howard University. The time is now. The time is now for you to move from admitted student to enrolled student. This starts today. So give yourselves a digital round of applause just to celebrate this moment. I am Dr. Kenneth Anderson, Associate Provost in the Office of Undergraduate Studies, and I bring you greetings from our President, Dr. Wayne Frederick, and our Provost and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Anthony Wuta. So first, I would like to talk a little bit about our mission. The mission of the Office of Undergraduate Studies is to provide integrated academic excellence support along with career exploration and development programs to attain stellar persistence, retention, graduation, career, and postgraduate outcomes. What that means is we exist because you matter. So today, we have a few goals in mind. First of all, our campus partners have worked hard to prepare presentations for you so you can learn about our campus resources. Secondly, our goal today is to build a preliminary schedule of 15 credits. And if you can't do it today, we will support you to hopefully do this by July 1st. Why is July 1st important? July 1st is the first day that the Office of Financial Aid can apply your financial aid packages to your bills. However, in order to get a bill, you must first register, which means following the steps that we've been sharing with you through the admissions portal, and we'll repeat those steps today. Another reason why 15 credits is important is because most of our degree programs are built on 120 credits. So if you take 15 credits your first semester, 15 credits your second semester, and repeat that through your senior year, you will graduate on time if you listen to your advisor and take the proper courses, and of course, pass the proper courses, and pass not barely, but with flying colors. So in addition to that, many of you have been awarded scholarships, and there are certain stipulations that you must meet to maintain your scholarship. One of those is earning at least 30 credits per semester. In addition to that, many of you have scholarships that have GPA requirements. For example, some of you may have a scholarship that requires a GPA of a 3.0. So please make sure that you earn at least 30 credits per year, taking 15 credits per semester, and meet those GPA requirements. So next, I want to talk a little bit about what it means to be a Bison. So our faculty have really developed a set of experiences that really define the Bison experience. As an example, some of you may aspire to be an architect. Some of you may aspire to be a teacher. Some of you may plan to own your dance studio. Some of you may plan to go into medicine. Despite all those differences, we've really taken the time to think about what is the common thread across all Bison. This next slide shows the essential learning outcomes that every Howard University student will earn before they graduate. First, you must have knowledge of US and global African diasporic developments. What this means is we want you to learn about the African diaspora, learn about history, emerging trends, and global ways of life, to name a few. We want you to know about knowledge of human cultures and creative expression. We want you to engage in learning experiences and disciplines, including world language competency, visual literacy, digital arts, and more. Third, we want you to learn about the physical and natural world. I want you to engage in experiences such as science and environmental consciousness, quantitative research, qualitative research, learn about what it means to sustain our environment, to generate new ideas, and much more. Fourth, intellectual and practical skills. We want you to engage in disciplines that work on your written communication, your oral communication, your public speaking, computational thinking, and information literacy, which is so critical in these days. Next, social responsibility and knowledge of political institutions. It's hugely important for you to understand ethical reasoning. And when you develop your artificial intelligence software, does it treat people ethically? Social sciences. Learn about civic knowledge. How do you engage in politics? Next, leadership and applied learning. We want you to think about the foundation and skills for lifelong learning. Service and experiential learning. When you have your internships and all these things that you'll have opportunities to engage with. I want you to learn 21st century digital skills, entrepreneurship, start your own businesses. You contribute to the economy and create jobs for your fellow peers. Critical thinking, how to problem solve. And lastly, and certainly not least, we emphasize comprehensive wellness practices. This includes physical wellness, your emotional wellness, organizational wellness, community wellness, and a host of other components that contribute to the overall wellness of mankind. So what can we learn from our mascot? What I would like to do for a moment is to really walk through some images. But before I do so, many of you might ask the question, do bison still exist? Or are they extinct? Are they alive? Bison are very much alive. And surprisingly, they can be found in all 50 states. In fact, not only are bison alive, they're considered the national mammal of the United States, and they're a protected species. Bison are also sometimes referred to as the buffalo. So if we take this first image here, bison tend to be born between late March and May and have this orangish reddish color. They're often referred to as red dogs. These red dogs, or these baby bison, they start out a little wobbly, and they can weigh in as little as 30 pounds. Right now, many of you are having issues with your email, the placement exam, having trouble with medical clearance, so you may feel a little wobbly right now. We're here to assist you with that today. With the proper support from our campus partners and our peers, the next slide will show that, the next image shows that you will soon start walking with confidence. And with the proper nourishment, which will be provided by our campus partners, your peers, your resident assistants, and all the other campus stakeholders that are here to support you, you can grow up to 6 feet tall, and as bison grow up as tall as 6 feet tall and weigh as much as 2,000 pounds. And at the end of your Howard experience, you too will experience tremendous growth academically, socially, and in ways that you have not imagined. Another thing about this image is that bison are herbivores. They eat a lot of grasses and leafy plants. And depending on the situation, you will often find bison in herds. In your journey at Howard, you'll find your herd, where your fellow bison will encourage you to practice healthy eating habits, getting your rest, and encouraging you to skip the party because they know you have a midterm on the next day. You also have a choice that you can make and say that bison were protected by conservation. They're protected now by conservationists, but in the past, they were under persistent attack. So you can make a choice about your herd. You can choose the herd that supports you, or you can choose the herd that offers you unhealthy support by offering you a Schedule II drug because you didn't do so well on the first exam. How will you handle that? It's your choice. And so although bison travel in herds, there are times where you must put down the check account, ChatGPT, all those things that give you the answers in seconds, and master that integral calculus exam by doing it yourself. As you can see in this image, the bison here are jumping in place. They're rehearsing, staying the extra hours in the chemistry lab to get the proper compound, rehearsing in the dance studio until it closes, writing the computer code until the program runs without error, honing your classroom management skills so that you'll be prepared when your professor comes to observe your student teaching. And you'll notice there are not a lot of risk with this image. They're just sort of jumping in place. It's pretty safe. However, at some point, as the next image shows, you have to take some risk. When the opportunity presents itself to start your own business, jump. When the internship in New York presents itself, jump. When the application to study abroad in West Africa, Asia, Australia presents itself, jump. By the looks of this image, one thing we have to think about, it's not clear if the bison will clear the water. We're not fully sure. It looks like the bison will make it, but we're not fully sure about that. But guess what? It doesn't matter because bison are agile and they can swim. They can run up to 35 miles per hour and they're strong swimmers, living proof. This is an image from Sports Illustrated that shows the bison can swim and not only swim, but they can thrive. So as this last image shows, you can also become a mature bison, become a senior, and you'll soon be leading the next generation of bison. You are Howard University. Welcome, and I thank you all for attending today. We're so pleased that you have chosen to attend Howard University. So next, I would like to introduce one of my colleagues who is sort of the mastermind behind all the things that you've been receiving, your admissions portal, your financial aid packages. His team has worked tirelessly to really help you all get to this point. And after that, you'll hear from my team and how we can continue to support you throughout your journey. I'll turn it over to our Associate Vice President, Mr. Oliver Street.